Check, check. Oh, God, that was so loud. I'm sorry. Put it right up to my face.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 11th Annual Klamath Independent Film Festival. Woo! Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. My name is Cassidy Quistorff. I am the Executive Director of Klamath Film, and with me is...
I'm Kurt Liedtke. I'm former Executive Director, now Board Chair for Klamath Film.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you all so much for being here tonight. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit, Klamath Film, who runs the Klamath Independent Film Festival. We are the only Made in Oregon film festival, so we're really celebrating Oregon-made filmmakers, Oregon-made films. So thank you all so much who traveled to be here with us tonight as we screen your films over the weekend. But we also would not be possible without our members. We're a member-based nonprofit, so thank you so much to our members. Thank you so much to our volunteers who are helping tonight. And thank you so much to our board members as well who are here. And of course, nothing happens without money. So thank you to our grants and sponsors. Oregon Film, Dallas is here tonight. Thank you so much, Dallas and Oregon Film Office, for always supporting our work and what we do. Canvasback Books downtown, be sure to check them out. May or may not see me there every now and then, I don't know. Fisher Nicholson Realty, thank you so much. And we had some wonderful grants this year, especially from the Klamath County Tourism Grant. So thank you so much to Klamath County for supporting our work and supporting what we do, as well as Pacific Power Foundation and Roundhouse Foundation. So anyone else you want to thank, Kurt? Any sponsors, any money?
Well, I'd like to thank our filmmakers who are in the house. Can we get a show of hand? If you have a film in our festival, could you just put your hand up? Thank you, filmmakers, for making the trip to Klamath Falls. It really means a lot to us, not only that you are making film in Oregon, but that you also take the time to travel to a place like Klamath Falls and join us. We realize we are off the beaten path, but hopefully you have a wonderful weekend, and we certainly hope you're able to stay with us for all 3 days. We have a very busy schedule ahead over the next couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for that travel and for sharing your art and your stories with us. And thank you so much to friends who are here, and thank you so much to everyone who's here. I love all of you. The best thing that you can give to a festival coordinator is seeing butts in seats. So even if I haven't talked to you tonight, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, it doesn't happen without support and marketing. So we did like a lot of social media marketing, so maybe you saw us through that. It's always funny seeing who comments on our posts and stuff. It's usually the people who are using Facebook, kind of grandma age-esque, and one comment was all genre. I know what that means. Means all humans. And I was like, what? What does that mean? But also, thank you, because exactly. We are sharing all human stories from across the spectrum, and that's kind of the beauty of independent film, is that we really get to see such a wide variety of views and such a wide variety of backgrounds and diversity. So that's what we are doing here, is they're all genre, so there's something for everybody.
Just as long as they were made in Oregon.
Yes,
so
just as long as
we
they're
are
made in
very
Oregon.
discriminating as a film festival, actually.
That's true. Oregonians only humans. So yeah, that's the whole point, and we really hope you enjoy it as we kind of go through this. So yeah, a little bit about how our festival works. We are screening over 40 films in the theater, and then we also have an extra 10 online if you get an online pass, which comes with the full festival pass. And we do a 3-tiered screening and judging system. So we have some of our screeners here tonight, so thank you so much for all the work that y'all put in, and the selection committee. Yeah, exactly. Woo! So, and then it goes to 3 judges who are professionals in the film industry. And one really cool thing, something very special about our film festival that Kurt started a few years ago, is we partner with the Southern Cascade Woodcrafters Guild, and we show them the films, and then they make hand-carved trophies for each film that wins. So it's really special. The work is just phenomenal.
To my knowledge, we're the only film festival around that actually does this, where every festival will have something that marks them as theirs. They might have a statue, they might have a plaque, and the names change. Our woodcrafters every year make a one-of-a-kind art piece for our filmmakers. And we have no idea what they're making until about a week ago. So they just show up with a giant box at my house with some really cool stuff, and each one is specific to our winning films. So some people in this crowd tonight, Sunday night, might be walking away with a one-of-a-kind art piece that's not just in recognition of their great film, but also is specific. It might be a character from their film, it might be a theme of their film, but it is a one-of-a-kind art piece that is specific to the film that they created.
Yeah, and what's more Oregon, right? That was kind of the whole...
Than wood products, yeah.
Yeah.
How do we brand ourselves as a Made in Oregon film festival? What does Oregon have? Wood. Okay, let's make trophies out of that. Hey, I happen to know some people who are pretty good with working with wood, and 4 years later, it's kind of become our trademark.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you so much to the Southern Cascade Woodcrafters Guild for their participation. We had a lot of wonderful trophies that were made this year that actually we're not able to, there's only one filmmaker, and so they'll make several trophies, and our board will decide on which trophies to give to the filmmakers.
So also, if some people are in our crowd tonight who are winning things, you might have an alternate trophy if you don't like yours. We might be able to swap out the nameplate and put it on the other one.
Exactly. One for your coffee table, one for your entryway table, one for kitchen, just wherever you want to put it.
We love our woodcrafters. Here in so I moved to Klamath in 2016, not really knowing much about the area. Like most Oregonians, I grew up in Eugene, and most Oregonians who aren't from this corner of the state feel like they've been to every part of it, but never went south of Crater Lake or east of Bend, right? There's this whole pocket that's kind of forgotten about Oregon. And so, have some misconceptions about what is Klamath and why go there. I was so surprised when I moved here from Hollywood in the number of amazing, incredible artists that exist here, that for whatever reason the Klamath Basin brought them here, or they wanted a little slower lifestyle but still wanted to be immersed in the arts. For our population, disproportionately, way off the charts, the number of incredible painters, sculptors, artists, actors, filmmakers, musicians that have chosen, for whatever reason, to call the Klamath Basin home. We are extraordinarily blessed, and we get to see a lot of their talents, not only on the screen over the next 3 days, but in this theater as well. A lot of stuff gets showcased here, including some of the art on the walls. Hopefully everyone out there got to see some of their works.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a chance while you're in Klamath Falls, please go visit the Klamath Art Gallery downtown, and you can also view the beautiful paintings and photos and everything like that that are in the lobby. And that's another thing about our Klamath Film membership too. As a nonprofit, we do monthly member meetings, and that's a great place to kind of connect with other filmmakers, other people who love film, I've been blown away with my time at Klamath Film, just with the amount of people who are local, who make such great work, who are really interested in pursuing their passions and their projects. And that's another thing that's so inspiring, I think, after especially talking with so many filmmakers leading up to the festival, is how they dedicate their time to this craft. A lot of this isn't people's full-time jobs, but they still come away with these incredible projects, or people who were able to kind of like make the leap and make it into a full-time job, and maybe even more than a full-time job, probably double full-time. I'm sure Shane feels that way recently now with, doing the dams coming out. So that's what we're here to do tonight, is to celebrate water. Unfortunately, the Klamath Basin kind of gets a bad rap. We have a lot of water issues, water wars. So whenever I told people in Tennessee that I was moving to Klamath Falls, that was pretty much all they knew us for. So what better way than to celebrate the resource that we do have, and what connects all of us humans in this all-human, all-genre film festival, other than being made of water, and water is life. So we have a great lineup of films tonight. We have, starting off strong with The Singing Sorceress, so some beautiful cinematography along a lake, and a connection with the water. After that, we'll be showing Follow the Water by Ivana Horvat, a little bit more philosophical. And then after that, we have Unrestricted Flow. I always want to call it The Beautiful Undammed, because I think it's such a beautiful film. It's all about the undamming. So David, Ellie, thank you so much for coming tonight. We're excited to have you all on stage. And then ending with Covenant of the Salmon People, which is our feature film that we'll be showing tonight. And so what you can expect this weekend is, after we do a block of films, or after we do our feature films tomorrow, we'll have Q&As with the filmmakers. So tonight we'll have several filmmakers in person, as well as a few people over Zoom on a hybrid Q&A. So we've been kind of doing that, since COVID, right, Kurt?
We started that in 2020, and it's been successful. In fact, for our first-time visitors here, our COVID numbers, thankfully, in Klamath were relatively low compared to the rest of the state, and Oregon was relatively low compared to the rest of the country. You are sitting in the only theater in the country that was able to stay open through the entire pandemic. You are also experiencing the only film festival in the country that was able to take place in a theater in 2020 and 2021. Every other festival went exclusively virtual, or they were doing pop-up drive-ins. We had the luxury of having this beautiful 1939 extraordinary golden age of Hollywood theater to use. So we were very grateful for that.
Yes, so thank you so much to the Ross Raglan, to the Ross Raglan Guild. Y'all are amazing, you do such great work, and keep this place looking beautiful as it is, and we're so lucky to have it in Klamath Falls and a place to do our film festival. So I am just, Kurt, did you have anything else to add?
Well, we're going to start our films in 4 minutes. So what Klamath Film does as a nonprofit, so Klamath Independent Film Festival is probably our most recognizable thing, but it's not the only thing that we do. We teach a summer film camp every summer for local middle school and high school kids, which is 100% free for them, completely grant funded. Sunday morning, you will see films that kids in our camp made. Many of them, it was their first time picking up a camera, and they were able to make a film that'll get shown in a theater. For you filmmakers, think back to the first time you tried to make a movie, and the thought of having that shown in front of an audience in a giant theater. I don't want anyone to see the first couple of films I made. It took me a few years to figure out editing. So that's one aspect of what we do. We're also the film liaison office for Klamath County. And so this film festival, hopefully, while you're here, you also get a chance to explore our wonderful area, our community, some of our wilderness areas, some of even just in the drive-in, you got to see some of our backgrounds. We are extraordinarily blessed. I worked in Hollywood. I've traveled all over the country. You won't find a lot of places like Klamath where we're sitting right now, drive 15 minutes in any direction, and you will get completely different landscapes depending on which direction you go. From a filmmaker standpoint, that means less cost of travel and having all these different landscapes. We are so blessed. And so we serve to also help film production. So if we're here to celebrate your film, but if you have a script in your back pocket that you've been thinking about, we can help with location scouting, we can help with cast and crew calls, we can help with equipment, we can help with permits. Just today I was going back and forth to make sure that we can secure a porta potty for a feature film that's going to be shooting here in about 2 weeks. So anytime that there is a production that's happening in Oregon, we would love to be involved. We'd love to showcase this area, what it offers from a filmmaking standpoint. We would love to be able to host you and let us do some of the heavy lifting to start off to make your creative process as easy as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And feel free to become a Klamath Film member. We have over thousands of dollars worth of equipment just sitting in our closet getting ready to be used. So with your membership of $25 donation per year, you have access to thousands of dollars worth of film equipment.
So for those of you who do shoot out of town from time to time, thinking about dragging all of that gear many hours away, or trying to go to a post house or a production house, $25 and you can get 4K cameras, lighting, C-stands, backdrops, mics, a lot of professional gear. This wonderful dolly that we just added to our collection, that Blackmagic camera, all this stuff, $25, and you can check out and use for your films. So if you're on a short budget, think about coming to Klamath.
Or a GoPro for your biking trip. I know, yep. Yeah, I'm waiting to see the film, Jeremy. So you'll be in it next year, I guess, even though you've rented it a few times now.
We should say this year, we had a very good problem to have with our film festival. And we were thinking about what was the cause of it. What was the reasoning? Because every year we get a bunch of wonderful Oregon-made films. And then we go through a 3-tiered judging process where there's initial screeners, then a selection committee, and we're trying to whittle that down to about 30 to 35 films typically we can fit into the weekend with just one screen. And this year we were sitting on about 70 films that we wanted to show within that 30 to 35 film window, and we normally don't have a number that high. So we were stuck thinking, what happened? And we realized, well, all these filmmakers had suddenly 2 years to sit around the house with free time to really refine that script and really do a lot of great editing. And so I feel personally, and I'm biased and will say this every single year. I think this is the best crop of films we've ever had at Klamath Independent Film Festival. So all of you are in for a treat this weekend.
Cheers to that. And with that, we will start our Friday night shows.
Which normally we just show one film on Friday. And we had to squeeze 4 in because they were all so good and similarly themed. So we cheated a little this year, but it's for your benefit.
Yeah, we hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for being here, y'all.